Chef's been training for this guy since January. He hasn't stopped.
I try and change and evolve as much as possible with every fight. You know, my main focus above everything is to remain a student of the game and to study and learn as much as possible and dedicate myself to my art.
Norman Wessels is one of those guys that lives and breathes mixed martial arts. And I'm honestly shocked that he's able to put that amount of effort into his training and what he does every day in the gym, considering he's had such huge health issues in the past.
He really takes care of his body. He's got a different way of diet, a different way of training that suits his body.
A lot has changed in the former heavyweight champion's life, both personally and physically. But the biggest change came in the form of his everyday diet.
With becoming, you know, slowly but surely becoming vegetarian and making the transition, I needed to focus on high-quality, nutrient-dense food, things that are grown organically, naturally, no chemically enhanced, no GMOs, that type of stuff. I found out that I never could actually digest protein. I'm allergic to protein, you know, meat proteins and things like that. I was always battling with that. You know, I didn't know it at the time, but I was. And then everything came to a screaming halt in my fight against JP, and it was just a case of my body couldn't deal with the stress and the anxiety anymore of trying to keep myself functioning and operating at that athletic level and fighting another person, which is, you know, a thing and a feat on its own. The eating plan that I follow on a daily basis is basically set up to give my stomach and my intestines the maximum time to recover. Now, essentially, for the last couple of months, for a while now, I've been eating only once a day, which has, despite, you know, contrary beliefs in terms of how athletes should eat, you know, has been working really, really well for me. In comparison to what normal athletes eat, I probably eat a quarter. But because of the quality of food that I eat and the nutrient-dense food that I eat, it works out really, really well for me.
Making his way out to the hexagon, the former heavyweight champion of the EFC, Norman Wessels! Big elbow, another massive elbow landed by Norman. That one hurt JP. Referee having a close look. Norman just raining down elbows, and Nevlin trying to get JP out the bottom. Stands up, and Norman's got the choke in, and he gets the victory. Norman Wessels, the champ. Easy win for Norman Wessels. Oh my goodness.
Norman Wessels was our first heavyweight champ. He's a seriously dangerous individual, and he went through JP Joubert, ending his career. Now, we're looking at a Norman Wessels like we've never seen before. I don't know how this guy's going to get stopped.
I fought guys twice his size. I fought guys 3 times, 4 times, 5 times his skill sets and his abilities. I train with champions every single day of my life.
He's emotional and he fights with it, and that's what drives him at the end of the day.
Fired up is Norman Wessels. DuPont is outclassed by the chef, who's brewed up something special for the man from Cape Town.
Chris was a title contender regardless of what people want to say, and Chef demolished him in a matter of minutes.
That victory over DuPont put Wessels in line to fight the light heavyweight champion, Drotschie, a man Wessels does not hold in high regard.
To me, Gideon doesn't exist. He's nothing to me, and I'm just going to follow through my process at the end of the day. Like I said, I've got a clear picture in my mind of what's going to happen. It's already happened, I just got to follow through with it. He really doesn't stand a chance. He really doesn't stand a chance. Physicality, skill, experience, environment, conditions. No, it's not in his favor.
The former heavyweight champion will lay it all on the line to get what he feels is rightly his. But one man stands in his way. Drotschie was originally scheduled to defend his title against Wessels at EFC 30. However, an unexpected injury sidelined the champion for 6 weeks.
I injured my back while doing strength and conditioning training and couldn't fight. I couldn't train proper. After training the one morning, he just collapsed. And took him to the doctor, went for x-rays, couldn't walk for the day, and we actually saw that there was a tear in his disc.
A lower back injury, and they're always very intricate injuries.
The doctor then put him off for about 6 to 8 weeks. And that's what's also why he couldn't fight the last time.
A massive disappointment for the champion. But now, 5 months later, the juggernaut is ready to rumble.
Gideon is 100%, he's ready for this fight.
Adrenaline kicks in, all injuries are forgotten.
I'm 100% and I feel a lot better. Feel confident in my coaches and in my training.
Gideon Drotschie's at the peak of his career. He's never looked this good, and at EFC 35, we're going to see the best version of this guy that we've ever seen.
As focused as the champ is in training, Drotschie also feels it vital to take a step away from the pressures of MMA.
My father is a golfer. He always wants his sons to play golf, and that's how I got into golf, and I've been playing since I was a little boy. It puts your mind at a different angle and gets you angry at a few shots, but at the other shots, you know, you're quite happy with yourself and you feel good. Just being on the course, being in the awesome view, people that you surround yourself with, and playing a few holes with a couple of good friends. I like it. It's fun, and it's time for me to relax and put my focus somewhere else. I try to focus on my game when I'm at golf, and try to focus on my game when I'm fighting.
This man is a mixed martial artist and is currently undefeated. He's fighting out of Cape Town, Gideon Juggernaut Drotschie.
Gideon is the juggernaut. He stays true to his name. He's gone through every single one of his opponents, undefeated. Nobody's been able to handle this guy today.
Lance, that's a dangerous spot for Lance to be in. Gets the control, Donnie again, both of his arms, can't use him, tries to set up now for the key lock. Oh, there it is! Submitted him for the key lock. Good top control shown by Gideon Drotschie. Bad spot for Opie to be in. Desperately trying to get to his feet with a minute to go. Drotschie loving, and Gideon Drotschie retains his light heavyweight title.
Undefeated in 5 fights, the light heavyweight champion has looked unstoppable.
Ja, hulle het my gesien as die regte champion, en had ek dit nou gedefended. En toe Norman weer terugkom op die scene, toe is hulle weer soos, okay, jy gaan die ene verloor. So nou is ek maar weer die underdog, en dis waar ek like om te wees. Dis vir my lekker.
Once again, the champion feels he has something to prove. And this time, he will make sure that there is no doubt in anyone's mind who the real champion is.
Hey guys, I'm gonna watch the EFC 28 bout. Chris DuPont versus Norman Wessels with my younger brother. Just gonna watch my next victim cry a bit.
This man is a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 5 wins and 3 losses. He stands...
Actually, dit is baie slegte rekord. Wat is nou sê?
5-3. Ja, is nou 6-3.
Maar dit is nie 'n goeie rekord nie.
DuPont in the white, Wessels in the red and black.
Yes, Chris DuPont so flat-footed. Okay, hands down. Norman on the back foot with Chris DuPont isn't good.
Because Norman bly terug. Hy bly agter.
Ja, hy wil altyd in sy corner fight sodat sy mense kan luister. Hy wil hoor seker wat hulle sê, want hy kan nie. Hy weet nie regtig wat om te doen.
You see, he's already waiting to tap before the choke is in.
Yeah.
He wants to tap before the choke is in. Chris DuPont was never ready for this fight. He was all talk. And Norman is an experienced campaigner, so... Yeah. But I mean, it doesn't look like it afterwards. Because he's nog steeds in solid focus in nou.
No.
Ja, adrenaline is weg. Hy kan nie sy asemhaling nie. Kyk as hy kan nie sy asemhaling beheer nie. Daarso gaan hy nou. There we go. Waterfalls. How do you just want to destroy someone? It doesn't make any sense. It's a sport.
Especially someone that holds the title for getting knocked out the fastest. You know, yes, you don't cry like that for performance like that.
No. Norman just came in there, just walked through. You mean there's just another day sparring, and then you sit down and you start crying?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, the victory tonight has earned you a crack at the light heavyweight title against Drotschie, who is cage side.
You must be looking forward to that fight. You think that's a fight? Wait until I get in the cage with him. Then you'll see a fight.
Hy geslat word, sal hy opcover en jy weet hy sal terugtrek en hy sal bang raak. Ek is hier om my job te doen en ek is hier om my title te hou en ek wil vir almal wys dat ek die beste is.
You know, this championship is about his identity, you know? It's who he is as a person. Take that away, and then who he is, he's an empty shell, he's nothing. He's just some bum. When I'm done, he will completely reevaluate his life, and that's my objective. I'll take from him what he calls his identity.
When two of the most dangerous men in the organization clash, only one man will remain standing. This is the battle for the light heavyweight title. This is all-out war.
Drotschie feels like he shouldn't respect Norman Wessels. Norman should be respecting him. He's the champion, Gideon's the champion, and this is where we get to see those two personalities clash. All this bad blood, this feuding, ends right here, right now. This is the fight that we've all been waiting for, we want to see.
The light heavyweight champion, Drotschie, is undefeated in the hexagon and promises that his untainted record will stay intact when he disposes of his dangerous opponent.
Ek dink my mindset gaan beter wees as syne. En dit gaan maak dat ek deurdruk en dat ek nog steeds die wenner gaan wees en die champ gaan wees, bly in die Kaap.
I think with regards to the mental side of things, I think Gideon is way above Norman in that aspect. As you see, you know, the guy gets emotional and it's not something that's good for fighting.
Former heavyweight champion Norman Wessels brushed aside his last opponent in a clinical display of power and ground skill, and now has his eyes firmly set on the light heavyweight championship.
Try whatever you want. Try, hurt me, I beg of you. Make me bleed, I beg of you. Try and break me, I beg of you. Because trust me, when you don't have answers and when you hit me, when you pump me, when you smash my face in, and all of a sudden you realize that these things aren't working, yeah, then we'll see.
I can't even explain. Chef's gonna pull him apart. People are not gonna like it. But Gideon brought that onto himself.
Will the undefeated juggernaut once again be crowned the best light heavyweight in the organization? Or will the former heavyweight champion realize his dreams and stand victorious?
Ek dink die fans gaan baie laat wees. Die atmosfeer wat hulle gaan skep is daarso wat vir Norman gaan ywerig maak en vir my meer gaan opwen.
He can take ownership of his bunch of groupies he has, you know, and call it his time. But I'm glad to go down there, take my war party of shock men, rock up, knock on the door, and take it all. Soon it will all belong to us anyway. So enjoy it while it lasts.
On the 6th of November at GrandWest, Cape Town, a young brash champion finally goes head-to-head with the most polarizing figure in MMA. Plus, a vacant title lies in wait with two heavyweights preparing for the ultimate showdown as the judo specialist clashes with a BJJ master. It's Christoph Walravens versus Brendan Groenewald and Drotschie versus Norman Wessels. EFC 35, 6 November, GrandWest, Cape Town. Tickets and broadcast information at efcworldwide.com.